Here's your latest news for Red Deer and Central Alberta. Police are investigating a deadly single-car rollover in Central Alberta. Coronation RCMP say one car rolled on Range Road 111 on Wednesday, just before 3 in the morning. Police say 8 people were in the car and not all the seatbelts were being used. The driver and several passengers were thrown out of the vehicle. The driver died. All of the passengers were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police believe alcohol and speed are potential factors. Canadian airlines are cutting back on U.S. routes across the country as people change their travel habits. As CTV's Reagan Hasagawa reports, people are heading to destinations further away.
The departure board at Vancouver International Airport tells the story at a glance. Fewer flights heading south and more heading farther afield. Nationwide, data from the aviation firm Cirium shows Canada-U.S. flight volumes dropped more than 14% year over year.
And 62% of Canadians said they would not be traveling to the U.S. for 2026. And part of those reasons was politics, exchange rate, as well as border hassles.
Here at YVR, the decline in U.S. travel has been significant, but more modest than other parts of the country, down 6.5%. But overall traffic here is actually up about 3%.
So 2025, we don't have final numbers, but it will be our busiest year on record in the history of the airport. So we're seeing more people flying, they're just flying differently.
Vancouver's strong international connections are softening the blow from declining U.S. travel. Passenger traffic between Vancouver and the Asia-Pacific region is up more than 15%.
Normally I would bounce through LAX, but I'm staying within the Canadian Airlines.
This Ontario traveler opted to fly direct from the Philippines to Vancouver to avoid the U.S. altogether.
Extra headache, extra trouble at the border, more security protocols. Here at the airport here, you're in, you're out.
Experts say this trend isn't a short-term blip, but a consumer-driven shift that's having a real impact.
This is one for the history books. This charge we've seen in terms of economic impact on the U.S. is not led by the government. This one's led by consumers, by you and I.
Experts say Vancouver passengers should expect more overseas options and more demand as airlines keep redrawing the map. Reagan Hasagawa, CTV News, YVR.
Plows are hitting the streets in most neighborhoods in Red Deer this week. More than a dozen school zones missed last week are included in this program. The city's website did not specify why these school zones were not cleared. Crews will be placing no parking signs along streets at least 12 hours in advance of plowing. Blue and red routes in downtown and around the hospital were done last week. A gray route plow has not yet been scheduled. And a reminder, if you would like to watch any of these stories again, you can catch them on YouTube. Just search CTV News Red Deer.
Taking a look at your Tuesday forecast, starting off in the morning, right around or just above the freezing mark. Lows right around 0 and 1 degree in the region. Daytime highs, we're heading for 4 to 7 in the area. Well, we will start off with a lot of cloud. We will start to see that cloud break, a little bit more sun as we get into the afternoon. Does it stay warm? It does. We've got more warm days to follow. Here's a closer look at your Red Deer forecast.